So it wouldn't be a bus rescue without some kind of problem, I guess. We drove about 250 miles yesterday, and we noticed it was starting to leak oil out the airbox drain on the left side. Um, so we noticed this because Sage was following me, and he was starting to get some drops of oil on his windshield. So what we've done today is we've pulled the airbox covers and had a look inside the motor. We don't see anything that's really that bad. In fact, actually, the pistons and the liners look relatively good. The only thing that we're thinking is if the oil control rings are seized or broken or just scored, and it's filling up the airbox with oil. Like as you can see, there is some oil down on the bottom there that's pooling, and it's coming out the drain. So the blower is nice and clean. We've checked the blower. The blower is all dry inside, and there's no, it's hard to see through the screen. I didn't want to pull that gasket off because it's been sealed on and it was starting to tear, so I just left it. I got it out enough I could stick my hand in there and feel around, and well, you can see my dirty fingerprint there. But yeah, so the airbox drains, especially the left side, I've got some oil coming out. The only thing we noticed is you see the carbon on the liner. See how that one's got some black on it? Number one is really clean compared to that, so I don't know if somebody's changed one liner or if that cylinder is getting washed out with fuel or something. But that's where we're at right now. The plan is we're going to put it back together and just try to keep oil in it, just monitor it and see if we can get it back to Sage's place, and might it be pulling ahead and pulling some pistons. It sucks, but that's where we're at. So the oil leak problem that we had this morning, we still have it, but it's manageable. And what we think we figured out is the governor tube, the drain that comes off the governor, it's coming out of there mostly, and so somewhere down the governor it's not draining fast enough for the volume of oil that needs to flow through it. So it's okay for now. We're losing, I don't know, we went through half a gallon in 200 miles, so as I said, it's tolerable. It's not like yesterday where we dumped a gallon in 50 miles. But what we did is we took the governor tube off, we flipped it over, and so now it's just not pouring straight out. So we did the same thing that Scott did with Sage's bus on the Grease Monkey video. After he poured the oil out going up the hill. Well, mine wants to pour it out all the time because it won't drain fast enough. So that's one problem. So there's what we figured was two separate problems. There was oil coming out of the airbox drains, and it's possible they were plugged in and it cooled up to a point where it finally got warm enough and blew all the oil out. Or we might have oil coming in through the gear drive to the blower, but it's not going through the blower. We take the blower cover off, the front cover, and it's completely dry. So the blower is not sucking oil through, but there's one spot where at the bearing side it can't get through apparently. So that may still be an issue. Very, very, very little drops coming out of the slobber tubes off the airboxer since we figured out what was going on. So it's quite possible it was cooled up in there and it just blew out what was plugged up, and it seems okay now mostly. So truck on, we're going to keep going, and we just keep stopping every 50-60 miles and checking the oil and making sure that we're not running low, watching the gauges carefully, and keep driving it. So we got all this open, beautiful highway in front of us. But as we round the corner here, check what we got behind us. We're holding up traffic. We got a whole line of cars. It's kind of fun. So this is a really pretty area. It's mostly cottage country, lakefront properties. I'm hoping we get back to the lake here, so maybe you can actually see what it's like up here. So this is northern Michigan. We're heading up to the Mackinac Bridge. We're probably an hour and a half away from the bridge now, and it's very, very gusty. So the bridge might be an interesting proposition today. We'll see. We'll probably have to go 10 or 20 miles an hour over that bridge because the winds are just so high, and it's going to be a handful, that's for sure. So today's a driving day all day. A little bit of wrenching. Check the airbox range, as I already mentioned. We pulled the inspection covers off the blower, off the airbox. We pulled the front cover off the blower. Everything inside that you can see through the inspection covers look really good. The liners look really nice. The pistons look nice. Not all gummed up. Like I've seen some of the liners where people pull them out and they're just plugged right up. We passed that RV, the one on the side of the road there, 3 or 4 times today. We keep playing leapfrog.
Here we go, over the Mackinac Bridge. Today was a long day of driving. However, we did get to take in some of the sights. Northern Michigan is a beautiful area to visit, and I can't wait to come back and spend more time here with my wife Angie. We made it all the way to Traverse City at about 10 p.m. at night. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to support our channel.